Goldilocks and the Three Girls by Bella. Once upon a time there lived a girl called Goldilocks. Goldilocks was wandering the beach when she noticed some storm clouds, so she thought she needed to find shelter. She walked into the nearest hut. When she went inside, she noticed 3 shells sitting on a shelf. She put the first shell up to her ear and listened, but it was much too quiet, so she put it back. Then she put the second shell up to her ear and listened, but that shell was much too loud, so she put that one back too. Next, she put the third shell up to her ear and listened, and that one was just right. Then Goldilocks noticed 3 sunglasses sitting on the coffee table in the living room. So she put the first pair on, but the lenses were too scratched, which made it too hard to see, so she put them back. Then she put the second pair on, but they were much too dark, so she put that pair back too. Next, she put the third pair on, and they were just right. Next, Goldilocks walked out to the garage. She noticed 3 surfboards leaning against the wall. She held the first surfboard up to her, but that one was much too small, so she put it back. Then she held the second surfboard up to her, but that one was much too big, so she put that one back too. Next, she held the third surfboard up to her, and that one was just right. But when she looked outside, it was still storming, so she put the surfboard aside and took a nap. Later, the 3 girls who lived in the hut came crashing through the door. They looked around in astonishment. The oldest girl said, "Someone has been listening to my shell and moved it." The second oldest said, "Someone has been listening to my shell and moved it." The youngest said, "Someone has been listening to my shell and it's missing." Then they looked at the sunglasses on the coffee table, and the oldest said, "Someone has looked into my sunglasses. I see fingerprints on them." The second oldest said, "Someone has been looking into my sunglasses. I see fingerprints on them." The youngest said, "Someone has been looking into my sunglasses, and they are missing." Next they went into the garage, and the oldest said, "Someone has been touching my surfboard and laid it on the ground." The second oldest said, "Someone has been touching my surfboard and laid it on the ground." The youngest said, "Someone has been touching my surfboard and she's still there." The 3 girls woke Goldilocks up and asked her why she was in their house. Goldilocks explained that she was trying to find shelter from the storm. Goldilocks apologized for coming in uninvited and taking their belongings. Goldie and the 3 girls became good friends, and they always enjoyed listening to shells, wearing sunglasses, and surfing. The end.